The Council's mockery. The great hall of Alpha Prime Station floated in the darkness between stars. Inside, representatives from 40 different species gathered around the circular chamber. Their voices filled the air with clicks, hums, and strange sounds that the translation devices turned into words everyone could understand. At the center platform stood Ambassador Marcus Webb, the human representative. He was a tall man with gray hair and calm eyes. Beside him, a hologram displayed images of Earth's warships. The ships looked simple, clean lines, basic design, nothing fancy. The Kralton delegate, a large creature with 4 arms and blue skin, made a sound that the translator called laughter. "These are your warships?" His voice boomed across the chamber. "They look like cargo vessels." More laughter rippled through the council. The Vorthan representative, a being of pure energy contained in a crystal shell, flickered with what seemed like amusement. "Humanity asks to join the Galactic Defense Network with these toys?" Marcus stood still. His face showed nothing. He had expected this reaction. The Melnari delegate, a tall insect-like being, clicked her mandibles together. "We have seen your ships in action. They are small, weak. Your weapons are primitive projectiles and basic energy beams. Why should we trust Earth's protection?" "Our ships serve their purpose," Marcus replied. His voice was steady, neither angry nor proud. "Their purpose?" The Kralton laughed again. "To be destroyed in the first attack? The Void Raiders grow stronger every cycle. We need real warships, not these human toys." The Void Raiders, everyone in the council knew that name. For 10 cycles they had attacked the outer colonies. No one knew where they came from. Their ships appeared from empty space, attacked without warning, and vanished before defense fleets could respond. Hundreds of worlds had gone silent. Their council needed every ship, every weapon, every species united. But looking at the human vessels on the hologram, many delegates doubted Earth could help. "Perhaps humans should focus on building stations," suggested the Vorthan. "Or mining operations. Leave the fighting to species with proper warships." Marcus touched his datapad. The hologram changed. Now it showed human ships in battle. They moved fast, very fast. Their weapons fired in perfect timing. The clips showed human vessels destroying pirate ships, protecting trade routes, winning small battles. "Impressive for your size," the Melnari admitted. "But size matters in war. Your largest battleship is smaller than our scout vessels." "Size is not everything," Marcus said quietly. "In space combat, it is everything." The Kralton hit the podium with one of his 4 fists. "Armor thickness, weapon power, shield strength, all require mass, all require size. Your ships cannot compete with real military vessels." The other delegates agreed. Their own fleets had massive dreadnoughts, kilometers long, bristling with weapons. Some could destroy small moons. Others carried enough firepower to glass entire planets. Next to these giants, human ships looked like children's toys. "We ask the Council to reconsider," Marcus said. "Earth's fleet is more capable than it appears." "Appearances are not the issue," the Vorthan replied. "We have scanned your ships, we know their capabilities, they are insufficient." The vote came quickly. 35 species voted against humanity's full membership in the Galactic Defense Network. Only 5 voted in favor. Earth would be granted observer status only. They could attend meetings but not vote. Their ships would not be called upon for defense. Marcus nodded slowly. "We understand the Council's decision. We will remain as observers." "It is for the best," the Melnari said, though her tone seemed almost apologetic. "When you build proper warships, you may apply again." As the meeting ended and delegates left the chamber, Marcus stood alone at the center platform. He looked at the hologram of Earth's ships one last time before turning it off. A young aide approached him. "Sir, should we tell them about—" "No," Marcus interrupted gently. "Not yet. They will learn when the time comes." "But sir, if they knew about the Titan program, they would not believe us anyway," Marcus said. "Let them laugh. Let them think we are weak. The truth will reveal itself soon enough." Far away in the darkest regions of space, something waited. Something huge. Something that would change everything the galaxy thought it knew about humanity. But that time had not yet come. The Void Raiders attack. 3 weeks passed after the council meeting. The delegates returned to their home worlds. Trade continued. Ships moved between systems. Everything seemed normal. Then the attacks began. The first warning came from the Outer Rim. A mining colony called Red Point sent a distress signal. The message was short and filled with static. Unknown ships, hundreds of them, shields failing. Help us. Then silence. The Kralton sent their nearest battle group to investigate. 20 warships, each one massive and heavily armed. They jumped into Red Point system ready for combat. They found nothing but debris. The colony was gone. The mining platforms were destroyed. Even the small moon the miners had lived on was cracked in half. Whatever attacked had done it fast and brutal. Scan for enemy ships, ordered Commander Breck, the Kralton fleet leader. His forearms worked the controls frantically. Nothing on sensors, sir, his officer reported. No energy signatures, no warp trails. It's like they were never here. But they had been there. The destruction proved it. 2 days later, another attack. This time a Melnari trading hub. Then a Vorthan science station. Then a Kralton military outpost. Each time the Void Raiders appeared from nowhere, destroyed everything, and vanished. The council met in emergency session. We must combine our fleets, the Vorthan urged. Send everything to the Outer Rim. Create a defensive line they cannot cross. Everyone agreed. Within a week, the largest military fleet in galactic history assembled at the edge of council space. 3,000 warships from 20 different species. Dreadnoughts that dwarfed cities. Carriers holding thousands of fighters. Weapons that could crack planets. And 40 human ships. Marcus had brought Earth's fleet without being asked. The other delegates noticed, but said nothing. Every ship was needed, even small ones. The wait began. For 3 days, nothing happened. The fleet maintained formation, sensors scanning constantly. Crews stayed at battle stations. Tension filled every ship. On the 4th day, they came. Contact, someone shouted across the command channel. Multiple contacts, hundreds, no, thousands. The Void Raiders emerged from dark space like a nightmare. Their ships were black, blacker than space itself. They seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. Each vessel bristled with weapons that glowed with purple energy. All ships open fire, Commander Breck ordered. The battle began. Energy beams crossed the void in brilliant colors. Missiles streaked toward targets. Explosions lit up the darkness. The Council fleet fired everything they had. The Void Raiders fired back. Within minutes, 30 Council ships were gone. Just gone. Vaporized by weapons that cut through shields like they were paper. Reform lines! Reform lines! Breck shouted, but his voice carried panic now. The human ships moved differently. While the large alien vessels tried to regroup, the human warships darted between enemy formations. They were small, yes, but fast. Incredibly fast. They targeted the Void Raider engines, weapon systems, anything to slow them down. Marcus watched from the bridge of his flagship, the Defiant. It was tiny compared to the Kralton dreadnoughts, but it moved like a dancer through the chaos. Enemy ship targeting us, his weapons officer reported calmly. Evasive pattern Delta, Marcus ordered. Return fire. The Defiant spun sideways, dodging a beam that would have destroyed them. Human railguns fired back, punching holes in the Void Raider's hull. But it was not enough. For every enemy ship destroyed, 2 more appeared. The Council fleet was losing badly. Sir, we're down to 2,000 ships, Marcus's tactical officer reported. Enemy count still over 4,000. Marcus made a decision. He opened a channel to all Council ships. This is Ambassador Webb. All vessels fall back to defensive formation around Alpha Prime Station. We'll make our stand there. Agreed, Breck transmitted. His voice sounded defeated. All ships, retreat to Alpha Prime. The surviving fleet jumped to warp, the Void Raiders following close behind. As the Defiant prepared to jump, Marcus turned to his communications officer. Send the signal. Sir, send it. Now. The officer's hands flew across the controls. A tight beam transmission shot into the deepest part of space, far from any star, to a place the galaxy thought was empty. The transmission was simple. Just 2 words. Titan, awaken. Deep in the void, something received the signal. Something enormous began to move. The Titan awakens. The Council fleet gathered around Alpha Prime Station. Less than 1,500 ships remained from the 3,000 that had started the battle. Crews worked desperately to repair damaged systems. Wounded were transferred to medical bays. Everyone knew the Void Raiders would arrive soon. How long until they get here? Commander Breck asked. His voice was tired. 20 minutes, his officer replied. 20 minutes until the end. Marcus stood on the bridge of the Defiant, watching the stars. His crew worked quietly around him. They seemed calm even now, even facing impossible odds. Ambassador, the Kralton commander's voice came through the communication system. I must apologize. We should have listened to you. We should have prepared better. There is still time, Marcus said simply. Time for what? To die with honor? Breck sounded bitter. Their fleet is too large. Our weapons barely hurt them. This is the end. Marcus checked his chronometer. Perhaps. Perhaps not. What do you mean? Before Marcus could answer, every sensor in the fleet went crazy. Massive energy signature detected. Someone shouted. Something is coming out of warp. Void Raiders? Breck asked. No, sir. Different signature. Much larger. Coming from the deep void sector? The deep void. Everyone knew that area. Empty space between galaxy arms. Nothing there but darkness and radiation. No stars. No planets, nothing. Visual on screen, Marcus ordered quietly. The display showed empty black space. Then something appeared. At first it looked like a shadow. A dark spot that blocked the stars behind it. Then it got closer. And the fleet realized what they were seeing. A ship. But calling it a ship was like calling an ocean a puddle. It was enormous. Not just big, enormous, the size of a small moon. Its hull was dark gray metal that seemed to absorb scanner beams. Along its length, thousands of weapon ports glowed with blue light. Engines the size of cities pushed it forward with impossible grace despite its massive size. What is that? Breck whispered. That, Marcus said calmly, is the UHNS Titan, humanity's gift to the galaxy. The Titan moved past the fleet like a whale swimming past minnows. Every ship in the Council fleet could have fit inside its main hangar bay. Its shadow fell across Alpha Prime Station, covering it completely. Titan to Fleet Command. A new voice came across all channels. This is Captain Reynolds. We received the awakening signal. Sorry we're late. Captain Reynolds, Marcus replied. The enemy fleet approaches. 4,000 vessels. Copy that. We see them. On every screen, the Void Raiders emerged from warp. Their black ships filled the space ahead, weapons charging, ready to finish what they started. Then the Titan fired. The main cannon ran the entire length of the ship. When it activated, space itself seemed to tear open. A beam of pure blue energy erupted forward, wider than most battleships were long. The beam hit the Void Raider fleet like the hand of an angry god. Hundreds of enemy ships simply ceased to exist. Vaporized in an instant, the beam continued through the fleet, destroying everything in its path. When it finally stopped, a massive gap existed in the enemy formation. Secondary weapons engage, Captain Reynolds ordered. Thousands of smaller weapons opened fire. Point defense cannons, missile batteries, energy beams, railguns. The Titan attacked in all directions at once. Each shot destroyed an enemy vessel. Each missile took out 3 or 4 targets. The Void Raiders tried to fight back. Their purple beams hit the Titan's shields and simply stopped. The shields did not even flicker. Impossible, Breck whispered, watching the battle. This is impossible, but it was happening. The Titan moved through the enemy fleet like a knife through paper. Its weapons never stopped firing. Enemy ships exploded by the dozens, then by the hundreds. Within 10 minutes, the Void Raider fleet was gone. 4,000 ships reduced to debris and scattered atoms. Silence filled the communication. Channels, the Titan slowed to a stop near Alpha Prime. Its massive bulk dominated the view. From every window, Fleet Command, Captain Reynolds said. Sector is clear. All enemy vessels destroyed. Titan standing by for further orders. Marcus allowed himself a small smile. Thank you, Captain. Well done. He turned to face the communication panel. Every delegate in the fleet was listening. For those wondering, Marcus said calmly, Earth has 12 more Titan-class vessels. They wait in deep space, hidden, watching. We did not build them for conquest. We built them for defense. For moments like this. Commander Breck's voice came through, filled with shock and respect. Ambassador Webb, humanity has our deepest apologies, and our gratitude. Apologies are unnecessary, Marcus replied. We are all allies now. That is what matters. Outside, the Titan waited in the darkness, a guardian born from human determination and ingenuity. The galaxy had laughed at humanity's ships. No one was laughing now.